So we got one write-in for this week. This one is from Brad Kemp of Chicago, Illinois. It says, "Hi, guys. This is Brad Kemp.
What?
Remember me? Anyway, I recently started a business, and I'm working through some debt. I currently have about $250,000 worth of credit card debt. And would like to bring that down a bit. I'm thinking of opening up a bank account, as I usually just cash my gig checks at the currency exchange. Also, do you know of any software that makes receipts? I always see businesses with receipts, and I want to make receipts. Hope all is well. Let me know if you have any weddings coming up."
I have one tonight.
Yeah.
I have one tonight. That answers the first question.
This guy sounds really, really, really thirsty.
Yeah.
He's desperate. I mean... I get it. A lot of places, I think that's the best practice to start a business up on credit cards, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Nothing like tying in your business finances with your personal finances immediately.
Brad, what do you think? What would your advice be?
Yeah, what's your advice to Brad?
I usually tell people if they can... My understanding of credit cards is slim, but I understand that you put money on there and then it just kind of... floats and goes away. So I have been using credit cards that way for years, and then you have your debit card. That's the money you need to spend.
Yeah.
And then you have your credit card, which is money you're like, I shouldn't be spending this, so I'll put it there. And then you get a new one years later, or however often you need to. It depends on how much you need to spend.
Do you know more about how credit cards work, or more about movie references?
Oh, that's a good question.
Hey, Brad, how many Teslas have you bought with credit cards?
Cars? Tesla cars? Or like Tesla light bulbs?
I mean, there's like 3 or 4 parked out front with a boot on them, so I was just curious.
Yeah, well,
how many have you purchased?
Those don't technically belong to me. They belong to a guy named Brad Kemp. He's very close to me, but he's not actually me.
Brad, I noticed that in your studio you have 5 chocolate fondues just always running.
I don't know if those of you who can't see me, I'm a large man. This chair is breaking, so I need to have food in here all the time. There's a freezer in the room
that's
currently stocked with 300 popsicles.
Got it.
So my thought was, if I could freeze popsicles, I could also freeze fruit. And if I could freeze fruit, I could dip it in something. And I'm not going to dip it in cheese. So I'm going to dip it in some other liquid, which would be chocolate.
Brad, I also had a question. I always notice that you're always wearing T-shirts that are branded with the Chicago White Sox and Visa. Do you happen to take out a lot of credit cards when you go to baseball games?
I don't buy clothes. I don't know if you guys buy clothes, but I find myself in a remarkable number of situations with free clothing.
Interesting.
So I like to take advantage of that and take the clothing, and then I exclusively wear that, because it feels like then if I'm not wearing the clothing they give to me, I'm doing a disservice to somebody who made that shirt.
Brad, I'm noticing a lot of just credit cards scattered on your keyboard right now.
Sure. There's a list of numbers behind the computer you guys can't see either that just are numbers with expiration dates. Unrelated. 16-digit numbers.
This one's for Gary Penk. This one's for
Gerald Penk.
Bradley Camp. This one is for Brett Kahn. What?
Yeah. Brand Comp.
This one's for Bremp.
Why are you taking out American Express too, dude? Those have like
it's
annual fees.
You know what's fun is to bring an American Express anywhere. People hate Amex, and it's like if you're gonna get a credit card, you might as well get one that they're not gonna like, because most people don't want you using credit cards anyway. So if I bring Amex, they're like double jeopardy. So it kind of like cancels itself out, and then I'm good.
Fair.
You know.
Are you doing okay, Brad?
Scale of 1 to 10, I'm gravy on days. It just depends.